focus. I can see myself. Hi, good morning. 114 people waiting. I'm so sorry I am 5 minutes late, but I would say that's progress for me. I did actually have to put the coffee morning back by half an hour, which I apologise for, but
what makes a trip?
Why? Hang on. Why have I got volume? That's weird. I can actually hear my own YouTube. This is my new phone. I don't know what's going on. Open. Can you still hear me? I'm testing this because this is my new phone. Can you still hear me? I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait and see if you can. You can hear me. Good. Obviously, this is my new phone. And I don't know what I'm doing, but I think I've got my YouTube page up. So when I started, obviously there's a slight delay, and I could hear the music advertising in the background, the adverts. So yeah, nuts. So I've had to turn the volume down so that. Can you hear music as well? Can you hear music as well? Yes, I hear you. Morning all. I don't think anybody said they can hear music now. That's good. Belvedere says we could, but you can't now, right, Belvedere? Phew. Hello, salty dog. He's my new best friend. Right, brilliant. Excellent. Right, so just letting you all know what we've got coming up this morning, okay? You're going to be really, really excited about this because we've got, do you like the fisherman? It's not my taste. It's not mine. It's Tim's. Do you want to know what we've got coming up? We've got a quiz. Yeah, baby, we've got a quiz. So yeah, we've got a quiz, which a couple of you have been asking for a little bit of a quiz. But it's not the kind of quiz that you're probably all going to be hoping for. It is a little bit of a quiz with a twist. And I'm going to tell you why we're having this particular quiz in a minute. But that's what we've got coming up. I'm also going to talk about the vlog that I just did on the mobile phone. And good morning, Mum. Say hi to Auntie Marina for me. And I'm also going to talk about the vlog that's coming up as well. And then obviously we're going to talk about you guys as well. I've got some lovely comments that have come through as well. I'm going to read them out as well. Let's have a quick shout out to you all. I'm just going to scroll back to make sure I get every single one. So if you do want to shout out, now is the time to pop in the chat your hellos, and I'll make sure I get as many out as possible. So brace yourselves. This might take a while because we've got 165 people watching. Yikes. I forget how many people are glued in. If you are watching, hit the thumbs, because obviously that really helps, because I've only got 47 thumbs. I've got 165 people watching. Hit the thumbs, and that would be absolutely amazing. But I'm going to do some shout outs now. So we've got Sharon Yardley, Rachel Barker, Joanne J, the lovely Joanne. We've got Barry Coppock in the chat as well. Lee Davis, Mark24 Gaming, Andy Mullaney. Big thank you to all the mods that took up their time to come and help me this morning. Thank you. Eugene McGeever, James Robinson, Claire B. How are you doing, Claire? How are you doing? Caitlin Nichols, Craig Cargill, Pixie Petal Jenny. I love that name, Pixie Petal Jenny. Anna Tidmarch is here. Hi to you. Fiona Crockett, 1, 2, 3, 4 is here. I can never get used to that one, 1, 2, 3, 4, because I'm used to some sort of name and that's just numbers. So that's a funny one, but I like it. Lee Davis is here. Paul Hansen. We've got Mel. We've got Wendy Kemp. You have to excuse my hand going in the way, although it doesn't look too bad on this new phone, does it? Peter Anderson, watching from Greece. I think you're watching from Greece. You said bit tricky from Greece. I assume you're in Greece. Get it out, get it out. Fun things to do with tech. Sparky is here. Gabby's Coffee Morning on YouTube, like a caffeinated comedy show with a perfect brew of fun, banter and giggles. Oh, I like that. The perfect advert. I love it. We should have framed that comment. Send me it in a PM, will you? Peter Chelmsford, Brian Kitching, Oblady 123, Ellie S is here as well. We've got Linda D. Pauline Grigg is here. Sarah Mummery. David Nothing. I've said Eugene, I think. This is the problem. I go over them and then I think, have I said it? Have I not said it? Because I get confused with this week and last week because you know what I'm like. Well, and we've got Bim Bag UK. Love it. Bim Bag UK. Gabby needs a super quick coffee machine. I do. The kettle's not quick enough. That is an Amazon kettle. I'm not impressed with it. Michael Myers. Oh, that's a scary name. That's scary. Peter Chelmsford, Duncan Masterman, probably sorting Casper and getting instructions from Tim about things she can't mention. Have I ever got instructions from Tim? Never. I always put my foot in it. I never get instructions. We've got Lee Davis as well. Belvedere, I've said thanks to the mods. That obviously includes you, Belvedere, as you know. Louise Horan, Sharon Yardley, Tyler. Have I got, oh, Betsy Lovely, Jacqueline Hawkins, Christine Parsons, Lynn Davis, Debbie Halliwell, Steeman Lion, Spookadonk, Sponkadonk. Oh, that is a gobful. Sarah Evans is here, Helen Dawson, Tracy Smith. If your name has been read out twice, that's just a bonus because my memory is terrible. Amy Dionysus, haven't said that yet. Tora the Town, Rachel Rayford, Marge Collins, John Stanley, David Northing, Charlene, Liz, Salty Dog. I've said hello to Salty Dog. Liz, Claire B. I've said Claire B. Hello B. We've got T, just T. Tracy Smith. I think I'm going over people now. Stephen Dyer here. Yay. We've got Brian, Michelle, Bev, another Michelle B. Sean Edwards. I've got a couple of Michelles in the chat. Alan Ross reviews. Hang on, what have I done? I've gone off it a minute. David NM is here. We've got Emma, Andrew Lane. I said my mum. Andrew. Seabroy, Joe O. Oh my God, some of these names, they're real tongue twisters. Captain Has, not seen that one before. Lisa Smith, Bus. Oh, I've got to talk to you about bus drivers in a minute. Karen Lulin, Bethan Thompson, Eugene, the Buffett fan, what? The Butty Fans. that was really hard to say. Anthony Green. Oh yeah, I forgot Uncle Pat. Uncle Pat's here as well. Sarah Parfit, Helen Dawson, Tanya, Laura. I think I've got everyone. Craig Cargill's been a member for 4 months. Yay, a proud member. Love it, Craig. Thank you. Lucy Lou, Chloe Porter, Sophie Robinson, David Chan. Anna Tidmarch has been a super louder for 2 months. Woohoo! Nice one, Anna. Love it. Tony McCarth. Have I said that right? Grayson Carries. Rebecca J. Hi, Rebecca. Jacqueline Hawkins. Brian Kitchen. I said Liz, I think. I think I've got everyone. Nelson Victory. I bet you're all getting really bored now, aren't you? Julie Pringle. Robert Blocks plays rainbows. That's a tough one. Amy Swift, Bev Burke. I'm trying to get you all. Lucy Sharp, thank you so much for your super sticker. That means a lot. Thank you so much for that. Much appreciated. Blue Fox 1884. Have I got everyone? I've got someone who's got a Chinese name and I can't read Chinese letters at all. It's no disrespect. I can't read Chinese, so I don't really know what your name is, but you're the only one in the chat and I just want to say thank you for joining. It's just Chinese is really hard for me. Nathan Booth and Andrew Willis. Amen. We did it. Yeah, I think I got you all. Wendy Kemp has been allowed for 2 months. Thank you so much, Wendy. I appreciate it. I appreciate you all being members. It's amazing. Jenny Lee Wingfield. Hi there from Sheffield. Hi, Jenny Lee. Because I just wanted to say, it's great that you've been channel members because in case any of you are wondering what the channel members is all about, it's basically a good way to support the channel. So it is like for the price of a cup of coffee, and for that you get customized emojis, prioritized comments. I'm saying this really quick now because I know it off the top of my head. And you also get like a little badge next to your name for every month you are a louder. And obviously if you're a member, you then become a louder. So that is pretty insane. A louder, yeah. And if you're wondering why you're called Louders, the reason you're called Louders is because the name of my singing show is Let's Get Loud. And ever since lockdown, everyone that used to support me, it just cottoned on that they became Louders, the ones that supported me, because Justin Bieber had fans and his fans are called Beliebers. So Louders, because of that kind of thing, sort of stuck. And so on YouTube, it's just stayed the same, really. So you become a louder, and then we've got a higher tier for a little bit more, and it is you can become a super louder. And being a super louder, you get all of what I just said, but you also get some behind the scenes footage as well. Obviously, this week we put up a video of watching Tim on the slide. I think I said that right. And he was just laughing his socks off. That was pretty hilarious. So anyway, you just get like some little behind the scenes snippets and just like some videos for it. So you get a little bit more. But either way, just subscribing just means a lot as well. Obviously, that's optional. That's only if you want to go that little step further. But just subscribing means a lot. It's amazing. At the moment, I think I'm on like, I reached 7,000 last week. 7,000? Yeah, 7,000 subscribers last week, and I was like blown away. And now I've like got 7,200 and something, I think it is. So I am over the moon. So I just want to say thank you so much for all that. 191 people watching. We've got 85 thumbs up. If you can give this a thumbs up, that would be incredible. That will really, really help me. I'm just going to read out a couple of comments that I received because I do get PMs. I get like PMs on my singing page on Facebook, and I get PMs on Instagram. The problem with Instagram is I forget about the messages there. So if you've messaged me on Instagram, I apologise now if I haven't got back to you sooner. I forget that there is an inbox. I don't get notifications for it because I haven't got notification settings on. So I respond to my YouTube ones, but I forget on Instagram. So I'm just getting to grips with that. So 8K next week, tour of the town says, yeah, I hope so. So I do apologise basically if you've sent a comment and I haven't received or I haven't responded to your comment yet. It's not that I'm ignoring you, it's because I'm completely like alien about the fact there's an inbox there, but I'm getting around to it. And then a lot of people that are not like people I know on Instagram, and to be fair, I don't really know anybody on my Instagram, but some of the reasons some of the messages get filtered off into like the spam section, and they think they're spamming or people are spamming, and then I'll go in there and they're not spams, they're just general, you know, people saying something nice. So anyway, I try and get through as many messages as I can, and I try and go through the comments as much as I can, but I just wanted to read a few out. Leslie Ann Matthews has sent me a comment, and she said, good afternoon, dearest Gabby. Thank you so very much to you and Tim for all you do for all. I love all that both you and Tim do with your vlogs. It is lovely the way Tim reminds us what to look for when we go away, whether it is a sun holiday or a hotel you need to be aware of. Keep up the good work you both do with both your vlogs, lives and coffee mornings. You help so many of us. Hope you all have a wonderful week. And I thought that was so lovely, Leslie. So that definitely deserved like a shout out. And you also sent me another one, which I saw, and I don't know if this was straight after, but you put, thank you so very much to you and Tim for all you do. I love what you both do. I think actually this is me actually sending the same one. Oh no, you wrote it, but you added something. Okay, I'm with you. Ignore the trolls. You two are amazing. Love Holly's vlogs too. All my love, Leslie. So she added something, and I thought that was really lovely. So thank you for sending that in, Leslie. It is nice to shout out some of the nice ones, you know, just to remind us that, you know, there are lovely people out there, like everyone that's tuned in today, who really do enjoy it, and that means a lot. Duncan says, have you ever gigged at Potters? If not, then they should have you. I think you mean have you. I've got a little bit of history with Potters, actually. When I was really, really young, I auditioned to be in the show team at Potters. So it's going back a long time. This is before I ended up working for Richards. In fact, this is why I ended up entertaining for Richardson's originally. So I came fresh out of college and I really wanted to work for Potters. I wanted to be in the show team, and because everyone in the show team looks so glamorous, it looks such a glamorous lifestyle, and I really wanted that. And I went and auditioned. I don't know how many they were looking for, but they were looking for people for the show team. So it was quite a long-winded procedure, and there were a lot of people that came from quite far around, but I went, took my mum along. In fact, it was mum that let me know that they were looking for entertainers. Well, not entertainers, people for the show team. So they were separate. They got a separate ent team to show team, a bit like Butlins really. And I went, and they give you a number, and we had to do like a singing, like a sing off, I think it was. So no, it was dancing first. I think it was dancing first. So we had numbers, and we all had to do like a dance routine, and then we'd all stand up in a line, from what I can remember. And what they would do, if we got through to the next bit, they'd call your number out. And I remember being like number 70 something, from what I can remember. And I danced my heart out, and my heart was really, really pounding, really wanted to get in badly. And they called my number out, and I was like, oh my God. So I was like, they sort of narrowed it down, and then everyone that didn't get picked went home at that stage. And that's the way it goes, you know, it is very cutthroat, and there's a lot of demand to work there at the time. So I ended up being selected, came down a bit, and then we had to do the singing bit, I think it was. I'm sure it was this way round, from what I can remember, because I remember thinking to myself, this is really good, because it was, I do know this was the opposite way round to Butlins, you see, the way my Butlins audition worked. And I remember thinking, it's really good, because if I got through the dancing bit, then I've got quite a good chance with the singing, because I'm a stronger singer than dancer, although I can dance. So basically, I'm a singer that dances, not a dancer that sings. So I'm the opposite way round. So if I've got through the dancing, that's half the battle, you know, because of what I'm better at. So I done the singing. And all right, Holly. Holly's messaging me. So I got through the singing bit, and then we all lined up again, and then they called my number, and I've got 73 in my head. I was 70 something. I think it was 73, or I might be getting confused with the fact that once I had a part-time job in a Chinese and egg fried rice was 73. I'm not sure which way round it was, but it was 70 something. And anyway, they called me out, and I was like, yeah, and there must have been like 5 of us. So anyway, it got whittled down to like 5 from like 100 and something. So I was like, oh my God, it's amazing. I'm like one of the 5. And I think they made out like they wanted a few. And then they were like, right, this is what we're going to do now. We've got you 5. We really, really want you 5. So basically, can you like go and have some lunch? Obviously, they supplied us with lunch, which was amazing. And then you're going to come back, and then we're going to team you up with somebody else from the show team, and we're going to get you to dance with a partner, you know, like do lifts or twists and stuff like that. So I was so, so excited. So I went and had lunch. Mum got lunch as well, which was good. So they really did look after us. And I was speaking with a girl who was one of the 5, and I think she came down from Birmingham or somewhere. So she travelled quite far, whereas with me, it's quite local. And she then said to me, I know that they're down at the final 5, but I've been in situations like this before, don't get too excited. And I was like, but they definitely said you are the 5 we want, right? And I thought, okay, well, I won't get too excited then. We'll see where we go. But they definitely said you're the 5 we want. And then we did, after lunch, we went back and we did like the dancing bit, which I thought all went well. And the person I was teamed with was actually someone in the show team who I used to go to college with. So he was already on the show team. So I sort of knew him anyway. So that was good. Or, you know, so we did it, and that was all really good. And they said, you will get a call from us in the next few days, this was the entertainment's manager at the time. I think he might even still be there, to be honest with you. And he said, you'll get a call with us in the next few days on your start date. So I was like, yes, I'm in. And I was so happy. And I went home and I was like planning my life and everything. And I was like, it's going to be really nice. Will I get to live on site? Will I not? And I'd got it all planned in my head. And like the next few days came and went and I hadn't heard anything. And I was like, it's really weird. No one's rang. What if they've not got the digit right in my phone? And I kept saying to Mum, I hadn't heard anything. And she kept saying, no, you will. They're probably just busy. Rah, rah, rah. And the worst thing is the fact I was really excited. Like I was starting like a new life and I busted a gut, the nerves you go through and everything to try and get to that position. It's hard, you know, especially it's hard anyway when you're interviewing for a job, but when you go for the show team and the pressure's on to perform, I think it's really, really nerve-wracking. I perform better when I'm not in a talent show or anything. I think I perform so much worse when I'm auditioning or in a talent show because of the pressure. You know, it's hard. And didn't hear anything. So Mum said, well, we'll take a ride down there and we'll go and see the ents manager and find out what's going on in case they haven't got your number right or something. And we went down there and I spoke to them and he apologised to me and said, I'm ever so sorry, Gabby, we wanted a boy. And I was devastated. I was absolutely devastated. And I was like, but you said you wanted us 5. And he said, well, really, it was a boy we wanted. And I lost it. So I never did get to work there. And I thought I was going to. I was that close. But in the end, after everything I went through, I wasn't a boy. And I got pinched to the post and I was gutted and I really wanted it. So in the end, I ended up going for an audition at Richardson's, which at the time were New Horizons, and I ended up working there. Admittedly, at the time, Richardson's wasn't as glamorous, and I really wanted that glamorous lifestyle because Potters is the most amazing place to work. You know, it's really classy, and I really pictured myself sort of being there. But you know, there's no hard feelings with it all because that is the entertainment industry. It's harsh. It's really, really harsh. I mean, you think about these people that go on these talent shows on TV, that's harsh. So there's absolutely no hard feelings there. And probably about 5 years back, before I went back to Richardson's after having a little bit of time off to go and work for the radio station Tim was working at, I did not audition, but I had a job interview at Potters to go and work on the team, like doing group bookings and stuff like that. And that didn't really work out, but mainly because they needed full commitment and because I've also got another job singing, that didn't work, which was a real shame because again, I was treated really lovely at my interviews and stuff like that. It just happens, you know, so I never did get to work there. And I'm really, really gutted about it. But, you know, I know the family that run it are really nice people, and I know people that do work there and they're great people. It's just the way it is. It just sucks, really. You wouldn't have got together with Tim if you had been a boy. That's correct, Peter. That's correct. So, you know, there is light at the end of the tunnel, right? Yeah. I wonder what Tim would do if I did decide to change my sex. I wonder if he'd stay with me. Be interesting to know, actually, wouldn't it? Because he says he loves me. So do you think he would? Or do you think he would say it's over? I do wonder. But yeah, so that's the bottom line with that one. But like I said, there's absolutely no hard feelings there at all. And me and Tim are actually going to Potters. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this or not, actually. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it or not, but me and Tim are going to Potters at the end of the year. I'm letting the cat out the bag. Oh God, I've got a big gob. We're going to Potters towards the end of the year to film Christmas at Potters. So that's going to be absolutely lovely. So we're going to go there and we're going to do that. And that's going to be great. So Sophie sent a message as well saying, there's a couple of Sophies that follow, I think. But this is Sophie NL9RN. Okay. And, oh, hang on. I'm really, really sorry. There was a message that came up and I don't know, I've hidden it by accident. I'm so sorry. I was going to just quickly read out this super chat because I think, was that from David NM? How have I missed that? Hang on, I've got to scroll back because this is the problem, right? I go on a tangent and then I miss things. Yeah, David NM has sent me a super sticker. Thank you so much, David. That means a lot. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Yes, Sponkadonk says, oh my God. I'm a Sophie too. Oh God, I can't pronounce the name. I'm so sorry. Am I pronouncing it right? So yeah, there's a few Sophies. It's not you, Sophie Robinson. I'm very familiar with Sophie Robinson, but it's a different Sophie. Sophie NL9RN. Hi, Gabby. I just watched your video. This is in regards to my anxiety video. Because a couple of years back I filmed a vlog on my anxiety and talked about stuff that I've been through and stuff. And the reason I put it up is to help people that are struggling with anxiety. I've got a lot of time for people that have got anxiety, mental health issues and stuff like that, because I've been there over and over. Like 1 minute I'm down, 1 minute I'm up, 1 minute I'm down, then I'm up, and not so much with depression with me, but it's more anxiety, like a nerves thing. You wouldn't believe it, me being a singer, but I'm a really anxious person. Not when it comes to a stage and a microphone, that's a different kettle of fish, but like, because that's second nature. But other things in life, like I get really anxious about just a lot of things, and I know how hard that is, and I went through a really bad anxiety battle. We were like trying for a baby at the time, so I don't think that helped. And I was working at Richardson's, and all credit to Richardson's, they were amazing with me, and really they were really, really good company to work for, and they understood me and they knew what I was going through. They were really good, really patient, and I loved them for it. They're amazing. And I took time off work because I was really struggling, and I kept thinking that my throat was going to close up. It's a really, really weird thing that happened, actually. And it was an anxious thing, but I was just nervous about absolutely everything, to the point where I felt like I was being constantly strangled. I can't explain it. And my whole life, every single minute of the day, I was like, I can't talk, can't eat, can barely swallow. It feels like someone's got their hand around my throat. And it was just really, really weird. I felt like my throat's closing up. And I went to the doctor, and it says it all in the vlog anyway. I'm not going to go on and on about it. If you want to go back and watch it, you're more than welcome to go back and watch it, because I don't want to bring people down with anxiety and stuff today. But basically, it turned out I'd got anxiety, and I think when people are nervous about things, they grab something and they cling on to something and pull it down with them. Like, they all have different ways of relieving anxiety or seeing anxiety in a different way. So with me, it was making me feel like my throat was closing up, and some people feel it in a different way, but that's what I was feeling. But I've had this 1,000 times over in different ways, and it's well under control now. So somebody had watched my video and sent a comment and said, "Hi Gabby, I just watched your video. This was so powerful. I suffer with anxiety. Listen to you really has helped me know that there is a way to get stronger. I really enjoy your vlogs and coffee mornings. They make my day. I also enjoy Tim's vlogs too. I just wanted to say you're an amazing person that brings light to other people's lives. Have a wonderful week." And from Sophie, and I was like, that is so, so sweet. I don't think this is like a secret or anything, because it was an open comment that was put on. It wasn't a PM or anything like that, so anybody could read it. And I just thought that was a really, really nice comment, because that's what that vlog is about. That's why I put it up. I put it up there for people like Sophie or anybody in that situation that needs to feel that little bit of comfort, like you're not alone. And it's amazing that people that haven't really struggled with anxiety or depression, they do think that people are attention seekers. You know, that's how they see it. Oh, you've been a drama queen, you're attention seeking, stuff like that. But I don't think, unless you've actually been in that situation, you can understand it. My mum and me, in those respects, a real chalk and cheese. Like my mum is made of hard stuff, you know. She understands what I've been going through and stuff. But my mum, things don't get her. She's amazing, really, because she doesn't let things get to her. She's really hard. She definitely takes after my granddad, and she's very, very strong woman. And you never see my mum crumble. She's always like, she always overcomes things and sort of looks optimistic. And I don't know if it's because of her faith or what it is, but something about her helps her get a grip on life, and she can cope with anything. And my mum has been really bashed in life with things that have hit you. I mean, we all have our little challenges, and she just gets back up. And I just think, how do you do it? How do you do it? How do you mentally get in that state where you're just like, well, today's another day, crack on? How do you get that strong? It's amazing. But I don't think everybody's got that ability, you know. I take my hat off to her, but I wish I could be more like that, but I'm not. I'm made of real soft stuff, and I can't be like that. I think I have got better as time has gone on. You know, you do learn things in life and you do get a little bit stronger and better, but I just think, how are people so tough? It's nuts. But in a good way, obviously. But I don't think anybody with anxiety should be bashed, because I think you can't help it, can you? If you've got it, you've got it. You can't change the person you are. You know, you can only build on it. You know what I mean? You can only go, okay, well, maybe I can learn from that, and maybe I can do this to better it and stuff like that, and try and help myself. But I don't think you can 100% change. Some people are more sensitive than others. Ju says, my challenge is to overcome my anxiety to use my camera on Zoom with my counsellor this Thursday. Oh, what? So you find that using your Zoom camera like doesn't help with the anxiety? So that's like an extra challenge that you've got to do with your counsellor, because that's something you've got to sort of battle. Oh, my charger's sufficiently charged. I can take my charger out. Nice. That's mad, isn't it? Ellie says, my anxiety has come back with a vengeance after having my baby. That will give you anxiety, won't it? Yeah. I worry about absolutely everything and get worked up about it, but I'm getting there. Glad we can all share our stories. I think that's what it is. Like, I think a lot of people, like when I struggled, when I had like my breakdown, and it was a breakdown because it got worse, and it just gradually got worse to the point where I didn't even hardly want to go outside and stuff. And I remember sort of laying in bed for a couple of days, and Tim was like, I just don't know what to do. I don't know how to make this right. Do you know what I mean? And it was pretty bad. It was a breakdown. Mum says, you either have it or you don't, lol. I'm glad you listened to me, Mum, because I really bigged you up there. I made you look really invincible. Jack says, hi Gabby, sorry I'm late, new here. Oh, welcome Jack, welcome on board. It's nice to have you here. Barry has sent me a super chat for the sheer joy of entertaining us. Barry, thank you. I really, really appreciate that. I must PM you actually, Barry, because I want to know what dates you don't go to Rotary Club actually, so that I can see when a good date to do a live is, because I know you really want to watch me doing a singing Facebook live. So because you're like one of the one people that really, really want to see it, I'm like, I must make sure that's on a date that you'll be able to do. So I must find out when you're free, because I'm trying to put a date together. And I know I say that every coffee morning, I'm going to put a date together, but I'm going to put a date together. I'm going for a coffee with Tim, and we're going to sit down and we're going to sort dates out, because we've got so much to plan and do, and I'm going to get it in the diary and I'm going to announce it later. And I mean that. I pinky swear you all. There's my pinky, look. Pinky swearing to you all. So yeah, I do think though that having a baby does make you panic, because suddenly you don't have to think about yourself anymore. You're responsible for this whole new life, and they're so precious, and you're the one that's got to look after it. And Salty Doska says, anxiety is terrible, especially when you're a room full of people. Yeah, I mean, I can understand why people feel like that. I don't feel like that, because obviously I sing, so that side of things is second nature to me. But I can see why people feel like that, like in a room of people. There's a lot there's a lot to think about, you know. Claire says, I have cancer and I can't change it, so I've learnt to deal with whatever I have to go through. Oh, it's hard, isn't it? How are you getting on with everything now, Claire? Are you know, because I know that you were saying that things were getting a little bit better. How's it all going? Because I've been thinking about you, Claire. Christine Parsons just sent a super chat. Thank you. Love these chats. Like being with your best friends. Oh, Christine, that's so nice to say. Well, yeah, like I said, that's what it's all about. I wanted to like bring awareness because I think that it should all be talked about. And yeah, when I was working at Richardson's, when I had this breakdown, because I was in management, I felt a little bit like I can't really explain that I'm actually what I'm going through. Like I feel like I've got to try and hide it a little bit, but I didn't really need to hide it in the end. They do treat it quite seriously at work when you suffer with that. It's like a build up of pressure that you can have like a massive workload and everything can just get on top of you, and all of a sudden it will just come out in anxiety and you'll just, you know, go absolutely, that's it, and you'll just break a little bit when you're really busy. And to be fair, our workload was pretty insane, so I think they did have to look at it. Oh, Claire. Oh, Claire. Oh, I'm thinking of you, Claire. I'll send you a PM. I'll send you a PM. I'm thinking of you. Oh, that must be so, so hard. Bless Claire. We're all thinking of you, Claire. We're all behind you. All of us. We're all thinking of you. Peter says, your coffee mornings, my wine mornings work well. I can only drink wine at night, you know. I can only drink wine at night. Here is, Claire, you're getting some lovely messages coming through here. I can see them. I'm looking at them. Love to you, Claire. Hearts to you, Claire. Sending hugs. Look at that. We've got 184 people watching. Everyone's behind you, Claire. We are all thinking of you. Claire sent me a picture. It was last week. I think I've got it in the chat, actually. Where have I put that? Claire sent a picture to me of having her chemo and watching the coffee morning, giving me a thumbs up. Proper choked me. But it means a lot. It means a lot that, oh, it's great that it's giving you some comfort, Claire. We're all thinking of you. We're all behind you, like one great big family. Now this is an interesting one, right? Tim gave me this. A lot of you that watch Tim because you've all come over from Tim's channel, right? But Tim sent me this the other day and said, you're not going to believe this, but when we did Alton Towers, we stayed at the Splash Landings Hotel, and there was a little card that said who the cleaner was, Pip, and like Pip cleaned your room, so you know who the cleaner was. And next thing you know, Tim gets a message, a private message from Pip, right, the cleaner. She says, hiya, just wanted to message and say a big thank you. I'm Pip, the maid who did your room in Splash Landings Hotel. I've had loads of recognition from my managers and I'm getting a bonus after your lovely feedback. Really sorry your experience in Alton Towers Hotel wasn't the best, but so glad you enjoyed your stay at Splash. So does that not just go to show how people get appreciated? You know what I mean? Like I was saying on my coffee morning about people that clean things like caravans and stuff on check-in days and that, and cleaning rooms is a really hard job. Like I couldn't do it. And Pip cleaned our room and she had a shout out for it in the video, and she's had loads of recognition for it, and she just wanted to send us a message and let us know. So I think that is so, so nice. So I'm glad that's happened, Pip. Pip probably doesn't watch mine, but either way, I just wanted to let you guys know what we received because I thought it was really, really nice. Oh, that's nice. Glad the company appreciate Pip too. I think it's important. I think give credit where it's due, you know. So a lot of people moan that Tim is moaning about the rooms and have sent messages saying, oh, all you do is whinge and stuff like that. But he doesn't just whinge. He, where something good has happened, he will give recognition, and look at what that's done for someone. You know, it's pretty amazing. So, wow, amazing. Amazing. Right, would you guys like a quiz? Would you guys like a bit of a quiz? Right. Caitlin says not a lot of companies will do that, so that's really good. Yes, it is. It's really good, and I think that companies should do that more often. You know, I think it's awful when you work for a company and you are a number. Everyone should be valued one way or another, you know. A lot of these holiday parks actually are really, really good. Like, I know it's seasonal works, it's a bit of a shame, but you know, the ones that where Holly is now and where I was, you know, you get your 50% discount, which is amazing. So you get like your perks and stuff. And at the end of season, they put on parties and they give out like awards for fun and stuff like that. And, you know, these camps are pretty good to work for sometimes, but sometimes you can work in some jobs where nobody even knows you exist. And I think that is such a shame because you work so hard. I know we get paid, but what's wrong with like being nice about something as well? Like if you're saying to someone, you've done a really good job at cleaning that room, well done, I'm really, really pleased about that. That makes that person feel great. Doesn't cost anything. Don't need to give them a gold ring, do you, for it or anything like that. You just need to let them know. Don't get me wrong, she's getting a bonus, which is pretty dandy, but you know, even if they just said, you know what, you've done an amazing Pip, nice one, she would have probably been happy with that. Right, yeah, quiz. Right, so 198 people watching. We've got 128 thumbs. Hit the thumbs, people. Hit the thumbs. Come on, give it large. I need some thumbs. Are they going to go up? Have you hit the thumbs yet? Care home companies are not good. Oh my God, Diane, my friend worked at a care home company and she was so badly bullied. And I don't think it's a secret, but she was treated so badly because she did like the entertainment side of things for the residents, and she looked after them, and she's quite a chirpy person and she's really bubbly and she's really, really nice girl. And you actually probably see her in one of my vlogs actually. And yeah, she was bullied and she was absolutely devastated because she loved that job and she loved working with the residents and the residents loved her and she just loved going in. And even the management team were bullying her as well. And she told me everything that was happening. And I was like, oh my God, you've got to take this further because this is really corrupt. Like the management team were almost backing up the people that were bullying her. And it weren't even like exaggeration. She was being bullied. And I said, you've got to take it further. And she was like, do you know what? I'm just going to leave and go back to the camp. And she just left her job. But she did say, but do you know what I am going to do? I am going to go back as a visitor and go and visit these people. And I thought, well, good on you. But they've kind of got away with it. They kind of driven you out of your job and got away with it. But I think she just couldn't be dealing with the grief. But it was disgusting how she treated. Now, I'm not saying that every care home is like that because they're not. But it was awful how she was treated, you know. But yeah, I'm not tying them all with the same brush, so please don't think I am. But we will go back to like, we'll do this quiz and then we'll go back to like the work sectors because I want to talk about public buses after this. That's coming up in a second after this quiz. But we're going to do this quiz. This is going to perk you up a little bit, okay? You don't need a pen for it. You can have a pen for it if you want, but you don't need to because I'm just going to see in the chat who answers correctly first, and then I'll shout out the person who got it first. Because otherwise, if you all get it right, we could be here all day, just like we was when I was doing the hellos. So, the other day, this is why I'm doing this quiz. This is a twiz with a twist, right? Twiz with what? What did I just say? A twist with a quiz. Twist with a quiz. A quiz with a twist. Tim's asleep upstairs. I think I'm going to wake him up laughing. Right. A quiz with a twist. There's a reason I'm doing this. this came to me the other night. Something happened in Norwich and I thought, I'm going to do a quiz. I was going to do a quiz anyway, but I just didn't know what on, but I'm doing it on this. So me and Tim were in Norwich and we were having a coffee. Surprise, surprise. We were having a coffee and a couple of people have approached us. And, you know, because fame's gone to our heads, right? Fame has gone to our heads. Somebody approached us and said that they watched the channel. First of all, it was this really nice gentleman. And then there was this youth. You know what I mean by youth, right? A younger person. So, like, someone Holly's age, I suppose. And he was with his bird, girlfriend, partner, depending on which era you're from. Relation. Like, not relations and family relation, but someone they have relations with. Anyway, shut up, Gabby. So he come up to us and said, could you have a picture with Tim? And he had his picture taken and he put it up on Instagram and he put, I met the goat today. And me and Tim looked at it and we were like, it's a bit rude, isn't it? He met the goat. He's called you a goat. That's really, really bizarre. And I said, well, unless it means something that we don't know, should we ask Holly? Because he's there looking really proud with Tim and he's gone, yeah, well done, Martin, you got it. He's standing there really proud with Tim going, I met the goat today. And he's like that, looking all dapper. And me and Tim were just like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. So Holly's messaging me, look. So we went, Holly, come down the stairs. And we were like, have you ever heard the word like goat before? Like, because Tim's had a picture taken with someone and someone's put, I met the goat today. And we're confused. What does it mean? She went, oh, it means like you're really good, like powerful, like you're the Don. And we were like, why have they used the word goat? Because a goat's a goat that runs around in a field. We're confused. And anyway, then we find out it means greatest of all time. Greatest of all time. Goat. I have never, ever heard that in my life. And that's not the only time I've come across something I have never heard in my life. This just keeps happening and this is getting worse and worse and worse to the point where I'm walking around not knowing what anyone is saying to me. This is like a completely different language. I mean, I know Chinese language better than this language. And I'm not joking. I would never have known in a million years. I never would have thought that seeing the word goat could possibly mean that. I went down to see my dad and I went, do you know what the word goat means? And he went, And I was like, what? Do you know what the word goat means? Have you ever heard of it? Because someone referred to Tim as a goat. And he went, someone referred to Tim as a goat? And I was like, yeah, do you know what it means? He went, no. And I went, Dad, it means greatest of all time. And he went, oh, does it? And I was like, yeah. And he went, God, you know, because we have no idea. I mean, yeah, like Craig says, I'm 43. Craig, did you know what that meant? Like, I had no idea. G says, I haven't heard of goat either. Well, you have now. It's a new thing, Chad says. Yeah, and this is just getting like this all the time. Somebody said to me at work, because I obviously managed lifeguards when I was doing my day job, and one of the lifeguards turned around and said to me, you're getting on my grill. Like, was talking back to me. They were saying it in jest. They weren't like it weren't in hate or angry. We were just having a bit of banter. And he went, you're getting on my grill. And I went, what do you mean? I'm getting on your grill. He went, you're getting in my business. And we're only bantering. He weren't like being cheeky to his manager or anything. But I was like, getting on my grill. I was like, you lost me, completely lost me. So I thought things were bad then. Things are getting worse. So I need to understand what Steaming Lion says. Is boat also a meaning? I don't know. I thought boat meant sailing in the sea, but maybe it does. I thought I've got to get down with the kids. I've got to start knowing some of these slangs. So we're going to test you guys and see how much you know. Okay. So I wrote some down And I've started off with some easy ones, and then we're going to get a little bit harder. And I want to see how much you guys know, just so I don't feel like the only alien in the room. Well, I am the only one in this room with Smidge, just me and Smidge here. Smidge don't talk like English or anything. He just talks meow language. So that's fine by me. That I can communicate with Smidge fine. This language, I'm struggling. I'm really struggling. It's a different world, man. So anyway, are you ready? I need some thumbs up. Give me some thumbs up. Are we ready? Just waiting for the thumbs, because I need to make sure you're all ready for this. I'm sure you are. Ready? Marge said never heard of it either, Gabby. You have now, Marge. I'm like a teacher. I am teaching you new things. Barry says I'm a dinosaur. I'm a dinosaur too. Right. Bring it. Bring it. I'm ready. Bring it. Right. Okay. Ready. First one. You have to tell me what this means. B-R-B. What does it mean? B-R-B. So actually, it might be best if I hold them up actually and rip them out. It's an easy one, isn't it? What happened to the English language? Mum, are you still there? Are you playing? I hope so. Right, so the first person to get that right was RC. I think it was. RC got that. RC was the first person. Well done to RC. The answer is be right back. Nice and easy, that one, isn't it? Nice and easy one. Easier than the goat, isn't it? Easier than the goat. So anyway, I'm ripping them out instead, and I'm just going to show you them because it's just easier this way. So you can see it rather than me say it, because it'll just be easier for you to understand. Marge says, no, I did, Gabby, I won't be winning anything. You're all right, Marge, because there's no prize, unfortunately. I am going to do a quiz at Christmas and give away a prize, though. But that's a secret, so don't tell anyone. 208 people watching, don't tell anyone. Don't tell the others. Not that there is any more. Right, here's the next one. What does it mean? My writing's not the best, to be fair. What does it mean? Just got to go back and see you got that, because that went off. Oh, you're all very quick. You're all very quick. Okay. And the winner is... the winner is... Nikki Piper! Oh, salty dog! The winner is Nikki Piper. I don't know if that went the wrong way round, but Nikki Piper... What's wrong with me today? What is wrong with me and my words? Oh my God, I can't even speak normal English, let alone this sort of English. Yes, the answer to that one is laugh out loud. But you have to be really careful when you're putting LOL, because it could mean lots of love. So there are 2 abbreviations for that. And you don't want to be telling people that you love them if you don't. Right. So here is the next one. Oh, Sophie says on my chat I've won both. Well, if you got it right, Sophie, you are winning. It's fine. That's just who I can see on the chat. Right. That all probably comes through at different times. Probably all putting it at the same time, and it just comes through at different times. But that's who I saw got it right. But there's no prizes, so it's fine. So what does this one mean? I'm getting bigger and bigger now. Hang on. That's not coming up the right way round, is it? I need to write backwards. Anyway, that's an A-S-A-P. But I'm looking on the camera and it looks backwards. Is it coming up backwards? Is it coming up backwards? Is it coming up backwards? Oh no, it's the right way. That's good. That's good. You're doing good, lot. You lot, you're doing really, really good. Thanks, Belvedere. I don't know what to do without you, actually, Belvedere. It's the correct way. That's good. To me, it's back to front. Marcia, sorry, Gabby, I'm having a blonde moment. No, you're not having a blonde moment. This is not normal behaviour. This is why this is so funny. You're not having a blonde moment at all. We shouldn't be talking like this. This is how, although these are ones we're slightly familiar with, but they're going to get worse. Right, so the person that I saw was Jade. Although, Sophie, you were like the third one. I think you were like maybe after Jade or just after Jade in that one. So Jade got that right first. So she had the fastest finger on that one. Right. Right, so far we've had 3, right? Right, this next one, no swearing, all right? No swearing. So you might have to use an abbreviation instead of the swear word, right? Because there's swearing in, well, it isn't swearing, to be fair, it's not. But I can understand why someone might think it's swearing, but it ain't really. What does that mean? I like the way you were using the word bum instead. That's very sensible. Well done. Well done. And there's also a longer version of this word with a really bad swear word in it, which I'm definitely not doing on here. Okay, definitely not doing that. We're keeping this nice and clean and nice. As nice as we can go. James says I'm losing my absolute Oreos. Well, I lost mine a long time ago, my Oreos. So the first person to get that right, the answer is laughing my bum off. Was Peter Anderson. So congratulations. Big congratulations. You had the fastest finger. Right. Anyway, they get better. Please don't worry about me wasting paper because I will still write in the spaces that are available in this book because I tend to write my song lyrics on these. So don't worry. Ready? Next one. That's an I, by the way. Charlie says too easy. Let us know what it is. They get harder. They get harder. We're not done yet. Right, I know you got that right. That name's not hard to remember. You lot are smarter than me. Yes, Sophie, he did. Yeah, Rachel, there might be a bit of a time delay. I can probably... so don't worry, but there's no prizes. It don't matter anyway if there's a time delay. Don't panic. Don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. Okay. You all did really well on that one. Yes, the answer is I know, right? And the winner was Peter. No, Peter Anson won the last one. Oh my God. You know, I haven't had breakfast this morning yet. That's probably why I'm not thinking. Michael Myers got this one. Michael Myers. He got it right first. He had the fastest finger. Right, this next one. This is hard. I thought this one was hard. I'll be interested to see if anyone gets this right. Right, here we go. I don't know what number we're on now, but here we go. That's a C-Y-E. I have naught to eat. Are you all thinking? Is this a hard one? Catch your eye. Not a clue. No idea. No clue. Told you they get harder. No clue. Cry my eye. It's C-Y-E. Catch your eye? No one's got it yet. No, this isn't Norfolk. This is worldwide. No, that's all right, Marge. Completely understand. Nobody's got it right yet. No, don't Google it. I'll explain. Are we ready? Cast your eye. No, it's not cast your eye. It's not can you eat. It's not clean your eye. I haven't made this up. Not this one. Can you ear? Can you ear? What, can you, like ear? Like here, but cucumber yellow experience? Cover your eyes? Catch your eyes? No, it is. Okay, I'll tell you. I told you they're going to get harder. Check your email. Check your email. I know. And not one person got that. Hard, isn't it? Right. This one. Gabby, apologise to your mum. I timed her out. I didn't mean to. Sorry. Right. Here's the next one. Never heard of it? You have now. Right. I wonder if anyone gets this one. Do the youth still use email? Maybe at work, Liz. Maybe at work only. Right. Are you ready for the next one? Here we go. That's an H, an M, and a B, in case you can't read my... Hit my bum. Okay, you're a little bit better on this one. You're a little bit better. Bit easier, this one, isn't it? Hold my beer. Have my back. It's funny knowing what you're guessing, though. Right, so the answer is hit me back. Hit me back. And Chris got that right. When in life have we ever had to say to someone, hit me back? Apart from if we're in a fight. And that doesn't really happen very often, I like to think. Hold my bag? That would make more sense, hold my bag. But no, it's hit me back. Which I think in younger term means text me back or get back to me. But they say hit me back. It's well weird. Well weird. You're going to love this next one. If you get this right, I'm going to just die. Right. This is hilarious. Would never say hit me back, let alone HMB. God, I'm old. No, Pixie, I'm exactly the same. I'm exactly the same. This is nuts. Right, here's the next one. Do you actually use these terms? Marge says, the youth today do use these terms. This is normal. If I speak to Holly, this is normal. So, yeah, I don't understand it. It must be like, they must be at college or at school and they just talk like that. I don't know. Anyway, here's the next one. I also heard as well, when I was at work, I was sending an email to someone. And there was a girl that was actually training up to, when I went on maternity, she was going to slip into my shoes, basically. I sent an email and I put a full stop at the end and she went, don't do that. And I went, what? She went, you shouldn't put a full stop at the end. And I went, yes, you should. She went, no. She went, that comes across as rude. And I went, what? And she went, yeah, if you put a full stop to someone in an email or in a text or anything like that, it's rude. And I was like, no, it's not. It's proper grammar. I'm sending an email. And she was like, well, if you were to send it to anyone today, like younger, they would think you're being rude. I thought, oh my God, what's going on with the world? That's nuts. Anyway, that's true story. But I did work with a lot of young people, and she was stepping into my shoes. She was going to do my job, and she said it's rude to put a full stop, and I thought, help us, help the company. Right, anyway, here we go. 1, 2, 3, next one. That's a POS. Rosie, that means I'm rude every day. Me too, Rosie, me too. Oh, I would have thought it had been that, but it's not. It's not point of sale. It's not point of sale. No one's got it yet. No, Nikki, it's not point of sale. It's not please open soon. It's not piece of poo, no. It's not post or send. I'm going to give you a bit of a clue because I don't think anyone's going to get it. People of Scotland. You lot. It's not point of sale. You would think it would be point of sale, but it's not. Personal operating system. Nobody's got it. If I tell you the first word, I wonder if you'd guess. Oh, someone got it. Sarah, you're correct. Sarah got it. Took a while. Did you Google that, Sarah? That means parent over shoulder. Parent over shoulder. So if kids are messaging each other, yeah, I know, sneaky, right? So obviously we would not know, would we? So if they're having a good old, like, slagging up the parents off, and the other person on the other side doesn't know why they've suddenly gone quiet, they put POS. They know why they're not saying what they're saying, because the parent's over the shoulder and we haven't got a clue what POS means. So if you ever see your child put POS, now you know why. Very, very sneaky. Very sneaky. So that's good education for us adults. Parent over shoulder. Code breaker. My teenagers are in for it, Rosie says. Yep. Yep. Terrible. Anyway, I've only got a couple more, so we're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah? You learn something new every day. Casper has no chance for you knowing that. It's not really Casper I'm worried about. It's Holly. Because she spends a lot of time on her phone. And I'm thinking, And she has the fingerprint, so you can't get in it. So I'm like, But then I haven't said that. I think she's quite innocent. I think she is. Right, next one. I need to remind myself what this is actually. So we've had CYE. This is another one. Ready? CYA. You'd think it was Sia, wouldn't you? No one's got it yet. Cry your arm. Can you answer? Check your abbreviation. No, not catch you around. Difficult, isn't it? Exactly, Peter, exactly. No one's got it yet. It's not can you arrive? No. RC says no idea for once. It's not can you answer. It's not check your account. Oh, Louis got it. Louis got it. Well done, Louis. Did you Google it? I just wonder if you Googled it. The answer is cover your bum. Cover your bum. Yeah. And I suppose that kind of means like cover, you know what I mean? Like back yourself up kind of thing. It's got to mean that, innit? Next one. Nice and easy, this one. Or you'll think it is. Last one. And then I'm going to tell you about this bus situation before we end. Right, ready? W/E. What does it mean? It's not weekend. Sophie Robinson, you got it. Whatever. So if you see your child put WE, it means whatever. Nuts. Can you believe that? Whatever. And that's just a few. So this is what we're dealing with in the world today. Like, I don't know about you, but I find it really, really hard to communicate with youth today. I'm struggling. I'm really struggling. I think I need to have like a youth today dictionary. Can you buy one anywhere? Can someone please invent one? Someone go on Dragon's Den and invent a youth dictionary so I can understand what people are saying, because I just don't get it. Therese says, what do you teach these kids at school? Lol. By the way, speaking of schools, I would like to apologise actually, because I did actually have someone who was a teacher on here last week who watched back on my Q&A, and they watched my evening Q&A, and they were disappointed in me because I had said about how I didn't agree with teachers going on strike, because I didn't find it fair for mums that then didn't know how they could go to work because the teacher had gone on strike, and teachers' training days. She explained to me that teachers' training days are so that children can learn new resources, and also the reason that teachers are actually going on strike is so that they can get more funds to pay for our children's materials at school, like books and stuff that they're not getting. So I should have been a little bit more mindful of the teachers. I did say at the start of my Q&A though, if there are any teachers out here watching, I would like to apologise to you now, but this is how I feel. So again, I just want to reiterate that if anyone is a teacher and was offended by what I said, that unfortunately that is my opinion about teachers going on strike. I don't agree with it, because I know that it is meant to be helping our children, but what doesn't help our children is when the parents then can't go to work to pay for food to be put on the table so they can be well nourished to go to school. So that was the point I'm trying to make. And also the other point was, if you are going to go on strike for some school books and that, why can we as parents not take our children on a holiday once in a year or something like that, when we're the parent at the end of the day, who most parents know what's best for their children, and you know, they get well educated traveling as well. It's important that they see the world. It's another way of being educated. So that was my beef, and my beef isn't really so much with teachers. I guess it is a government situation, but I did say at the beginning, I do apologise for any teachers that may be watching. So when this woman said to me, Gabby, you need to be mindful of the teachers, I thought I was being mindful when I said I apologise to any of the teachers, but I still stand by my opinion. That is how I feel. And I'm sorry if any teachers or government people don't agree with my opinion, but it is a free will to have an opinion. I never targeted anyone in particular. It's just that in the circumstances that we're in, job wise and stuff, that is my personal opinion, and I do stand by that. So apologise if anyone's offended, but it's tough. End of. But yeah, speaking about people in the public sector, I did actually have to ring up the bus station the other day and make a little bit of a complaint, actually. And I don't usually complain to the bus station, but I did complain when I was pregnant, because where I live, obviously we don't really have parking outside our house. So if we have to get something in and out of our house, speaking of buses, there goes a bus. Right on cue. Right on cue. So anyway, we usually put our hazards on if we've got to get something in and out the house easy. Now, I have a lot of music equipment, so when I'm loading my car, I can't carry all my music equipment all the way up the road to a parking bay. So I do have to put my hazards on outside my house and load music equipment in and out. And if I'm getting a Tesco shopping in or something and I've got the baby, I have to do the same, because I can't physically go and park my car a mile up the road, carry Casper with loads of shopping bags, or then bring Casper at the house, leave him, and then go back for my shopping bags, and stuff like that. So there are times where I have to put my hazards on and unload and load for a very small period of time. And while this happens, we get quite a lot of abuse from bus drivers, because that means a bus driver has got to either wait until the other side of the road is clear before they can go round, and that wastes their time and they don't like it, so they get quite abusive. And to be many of occasions, we've had a bit of a row about it, because they've shouted something or been funny, and then I've thought, do you know what, I'm not taking it, so I've been a little bit nasty back. And don't get me wrong, two wrongs do not make a right, and I do shoot my mouth off too. So if a bus driver is gobbing off at me, I'm not gonna sit there and take it. I'm gonna gob off back. And I'm one of these people that can kind of get angry. I've got a fiery Italian temper, and if someone is abusing me, I do get fiery back. So that's the way it goes. My dad's quite chilled, and my dad would be like, silence is golden. And I'm like, I can't help it. I've got to say something back. I can't sit there and take it. It's not on. I can't just stand there, shout at me and humiliate me and let that happen. So when I was pregnant, I was bursting for a wee. And you know what it's like when you're pregnant? You go every second. And I was on a lunch break, and I literally just went via the house. I put my hazards on. I ran in to go to the toilet, and I come back out, and I got so much abuse from this bus driver. And you could see I was out here, and all I needed to do was quickly go to the toilet. And he didn't know what I was pulling up for. I didn't need to tell him I was going to the toilet. He didn't know what the reason was. For all he knew, I could have broken down. So he was hurling abuse at me. So I rang up the bus station and made a complaint, and they said they were going to tackle it. I don't know what happened, but they said they were. But ever since then, we still had loads of abuse. And that's absolutely fine on a normal day-to-day basis. I'll just rant back and I can take it. But I'm not going to take it when I'm pregnant. And I'm certainly not going to take it when we're in this situation. Now, Holly is learning to drive. And Holly has L plates. And she's learning in my Audi. I know. Am I mad? Maybe I am a little bit mad letting her do that in my Audi. But I'm also a mum, and I have to think about her needs. So she's been learning in the Audi. So I said to her, right, I'm coming by the house. Hurry up. I'll put the hazards on. Hurry up and get in the car. Adjust the seat. I really, really need a wee. So please do that, will you? So I'm going to go for a wee, and I want you to adjust the seat. So I'm going to be really, really quick here. So we popped the hazards on. So Holly was behind the wheel of the car, adjusting it. And I just went for a wee, and I was getting back into the car. And there were L plates on the car. The hazards are on. A bus driver is coming up on this side, we're pulled in here, and he's coming up behind us, and he's like this behind the wheel going, like, almost being a little bit patronising. And I went, you can go round. She's a learner driver. Just go round. And he went, nope, I can't. And I thought, well, you can, but you won't because you want to be difficult. You know, I thought, she's a learner driver. Just go around, for God's sake. And I just went, everybody else can go round. Just go round. You've got loads of space. And he was like, no, I can't. And I just went, well, you'll have to. She's a learner driver. There's nothing you can do about it. You have to go round. And he did go round. And I was like, see, wasn't that easy? So he went around. And I got in the car and I said, I can't believe this, Holly. I can't believe that you're a learner driver and people are going out of their way to be difficult. She went, well, that wasn't the problem. When you went to the toilet, a bus was coming towards, like in the other direction, and he had his window down and he shouted at her and went, not exactly a very good place to park, is it, love? And that's what he said to her in that tone. And Holly, being quite sheepish, because she is, didn't know what hit her and looked like a rabbit caught in the headlights. And she's just starting to learn to drive. So for a girl that's only just started driving in her mum's car, she was a bit like, what do I do when someone like a bus driver in the public sector is hurling abuse at me? Surely when a bus driver is driving normally, if they're in a bus stop, people say they have the right to pull out in front of us because they're bus drivers, and we've got to work with them. We have to work with them and allow that. So we let them pull out. So we hold back, put our brakes on and go, you know, it's a bus, give them space, let them pull out. So we stop in our tracks and let them do it. We have to understand that. But why can't a bus driver understand that when a young girl who's learning to drive has got her L plates on, why can't he be patient with her? So that is my beef here. My beef is we have to be patient with you, but why can't you be patient with us? For all we know, that can affect some, well, not so much Holly, because she's okay, because she's got me in her ear hole telling her it's okay. But that could really affect someone's confidence who's learning to drive. It is scary when you're learning to drive, you know, and you need to be quite brave when you start out on the road. And she's only just really started in my car. I mean, it's bad enough that we're in Tesco's car park and we've got people pipping their horn at us. And I'm like, she's a learner driver. And someone's pipping their horn like, hurry up, hurry up. And it's like, why don't you take another route? She's a learner driver. You have to be patient. What do you want her to do? Fly the car? Fly it? But honestly, it's absolutely unreal. So I suppose the message is, if you see a learner driver on the road, try and be that little bit patient with them, or, you know, if you can slowly go around them, because it's really hard on learner drivers who are a little bit nervous. It's really scary when someone is being like that towards you. So seeing it from the learner driver's point of view, please be patient with learner drivers. But as for someone in the public sector, shame on you, right? So anyway, I rang the bus company up and I made a complaint, and they did say they agreed with me and said that that is not on and that they were going to have a word. So they gave me a reference number. I might just leave it because I've done my complaint and that. But this is obviously not targeted at all bus drivers, okay? Just like the teacher comment wasn't, you know, I know people that are teachers, and it's not really a dig at any individual teacher. I just don't agree with that awkwardness, so that we can't then go to work as well or go on a holiday. That's what I was trying to say. It's not, oh, this teacher's a bad teacher, that teacher's a bad teacher. It's not a dig at that. I'm pretty sure that when I sing on stage, I sing a lot of songs that people don't like. You know, I'm sure I do lots of vlogs that people don't like. As we know, people make their comments, but it's not a dig at a personal teacher. It's just I don't agree with the situation, you know. And the same with the public bus service. I ride on buses sometimes, maybe once in a blue moon, sometimes. So yeah, I've been on a bus, but I just think that bus drivers should be a bit more kinder, maybe a bit more understanding. Think about what someone else's situation might be. I don't know. So anyway, that's my little rants for today, and that's made me feel a lot better. But there are no personal digs at any personal bus driver other than that bus driver. Whoever drove that bus wants telling, but I don't think he's watching, so that's fine. But any other bus driver, it's no dig at you. So anyway, we have been live for a really, really long time, and I didn't expect to take up all your time, everybody. But thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget, come over to my Instagram. Join me there under Gabby Starbuck Vocalist. It'll be lovely if you come and follow me and get involved in what I'm getting up to. And if you want to come and follow me on Facebook, I'm under Gabby Starbuck Vocalist Entertainer, and you can catch up with what I'm doing on there as well. My next vlog is going to be going up either tomorrow or the day after, so watch this space. It's an interesting one. It is an unboxing, but it isn't just your average unboxing. It's a chaos unboxing, so that would be interesting. And I'm going to be recording a normal vlog as well this week, so hopefully you like it all. Don't forget, if you do want to become a channel member, the button is down on the right or the left, I'm not sure, but it's down there somewhere. But you do not have to. Subscribing is absolutely fine. Take care, everybody. Thanks to the mods, and thanks for everyone for giving up their morning. Love to you all. Thinking of you all, and I will see you next Monday. Take care. Mwah. Over and out.